Good morning, Chamber friends. Teresa Byers, Pickering Area Chamber. We are here today with our member of the week. We are back. We took a week off. We needed a break, really just because we have a hard time getting connected with our members sometimes. But we're excited to have our member of the week here with us today. It is Monday, October 19th, and we're excited to have Kevin Woodard with Woodard Inspections with us today. And just want to say a quick thank you to our member of the week sponsors, MMA Insurance and Siebert & Reynolds CPAs. Great partners of the Chamber, and we certainly appreciate all that they do for not just the Chamber, but the community at large. So, but we're going to jump right in because I'm excited to talk to Kevin. I actually met Kevin before I ever even started at the Chamber nearly 6 years ago. Actually, it was probably 6 years ago this weekend that we may have met each other, or 2 weekends ago. Before I moved to town, and just really cool that I have been able to maintain this relationship and watch Kevin's business grow over the last several years, and excited to see where he continues to grow and take his business. So it's always fun to have these relationships that you form when you come to a new community, and Kevin has been one of those that was there from literally day one. So I'm excited to have Kevin with us. And so Kevin, we're going to jump right in and share with us. Tell me about your business and how long you've been in business, and just kind of give us an idea of what you do.
All right. I'm Kevin with Woodard Inspections. I do residential and commercial property inspections. I'm fully licensed and insured. I also do wood destroying insect inspections, which is termites, carpenter ants, carpenter bees, and various other wood destroying insects. I'm licensed in radon testing, mold, and I actually do drug residue testing as well. So we're a full service inspection firm, and for the most part we do inspections for housing and new construction purchases. And we've been in business for 3 years, but we've been doing inspections for over 7.
Awesome. Awesome. And I know when we bought our house, it was fantastic to have Kevin help us with that process, because he was able to point things out that we probably would have never even noticed. So just from a real estate and inspection perspective, he's got it all. And so having him on our side was fantastic. So kudos to you, Kevin.
Thank you.
And so obviously we know that this year has been just a crazy year in general. And but how has COVID impacted your business? Have you seen the highs and the lows, or has it been fairly steady for you throughout the year?
I was telling you initially, when the quarantine went into effect, I went to Lowe's and Home Depot and bought a bunch of things for my own house, thinking I'd have all kinds of time to do my wife's to-do lists around the house. And literally probably 9 out of 10 bags are still sitting unopened in the garage. Up until about last month, when kids went back to school, it stayed steady. Now I think the parents are distracted and having to homeschool. It's starting to take a toll on the industry, and things are tending to slow down. Inventories, I think I saw somewhere it's 2/3 of what it was last year. So that takes a toll on things as well, the lower inventory. It's still good though.
What is, and this isn't a question that I gave you, but I'm going to ask you this one anyway. What is something that you would encourage people to really pay attention to when they are getting ready to buy a new house? If they are, well, not a new house, well, actually a new house and or an existing house. Like, what is the one thing you wish that everybody knew when they walked in the door, that you were just like, man, I wish these people would pay attention to this one thing? Like, is it, making sure that you look at the furnace, making sure that you look at the roof? Is it the foundation? Is it like, what is, and I know every house has their own thing, but it just, what is something that you wish people would like just understand about owning a home and what they should look for?
Yeah, some of them, it varies so much from person to person with their knowledge. I mean, I see people literally that don't know what a foundation is versus some that are structural engineers that I do home inspections for, which I always wonder why I'm doing an inspection for them. And then I see what their weaknesses are and what their strengths are. And it makes sense after doing several for people like that. So a lot of it just depends on the person itself. One thing that I do to encourage people to do is find out who your inspector is going to be before you even start looking. I've got several people that text me addresses that say, hey, I'm going to look at this house. I've never even physically met them, but they'll text me an address one night. I'll pull it up and say, hey, look for this. There's large trees on the corner of the house. If you're there when it's raining, make sure there's water coming out of the curb. If not, the downspouts might be clogged. Right there's $2,000 expense at least. And trees damage foundations also. Large trees around the foundations, just things like that. But love the question, but I could talk about that for an hour.
I know. I think sometimes though, as a home buyer, I think sometimes you don't think about the large projects. You think about, oh, does the kitchen have the kind of countertops that I want? Or does it have the, stainless steel appliances that I'm looking for? And it's more cosmetic than it is, other things. And so I always think about purchasing that home, look at those big ticket items, because those are the things that are over time, you're going to end up having to pay for at some point. So, how long can you get those things to last is always, something that I look for. But again, everybody's different. So
yeah, just create a list for your realtor, things you do and do not like. For example, I built my house or had it semi-custom built, and there's still things in the house that my wife and I talk about that we would do different in the next one. So we just internally just create that list and make those alterations, and eventually you get in the house that you think is perfect for you.
Absolutely. Well, the only other question I have is, and we ask this of everybody, what do you think makes Pickerington, the Columbus region, this area in general, just such a great place to do business?
I like the cooperation and referrals throughout all the businesses. For example, insurance agencies, other contractors. There's several networking groups throughout Central Ohio. One of the largest I'm involved in, where we actually teach each other how to refer business back and forth to each other. I don't think that's the case in smaller towns as much as it is in Columbus, Pickerington area, where the businesses all support each other and try to help each other cooperate and succeed together. Is what I see.
Absolutely. Awesome. Well, I agree. I think the networking opportunities are endless, and I think the referrals, and even what I see through the chamber, we see a lot of that and a lot of relationships being built, which is very important when you're trying to grow, establish and grow your business. So I completely agree.
Yeah.
So just want to say congratulations again to Kevin Woodard, Woodard Inspections, and our member of the week for the week of October 19th. Thank you again to our wonderful sponsors, MMA Insurance and Siebert Reynolds CPAs. And stay tuned for our next member of the week. We'll be back with another video on the 26th. Everybody have a great day, a great week, and make sure you congratulate Kevin and reach out for all of your home inspection needs. He will definitely take care of you and get you in that home safely and securely. So thank you, Kevin, and have a fabulous rest of your day.
Thank you, Teresa. I appreciate it.